Welcome to the first episode of our vocabulary studies. In this episode, we will take a closer look at the conversation between Mr. Clark and his guest and go over some phrases and vocabulary that can support your IELTS studies, such as come a long way, unfamiliar, yet, and mind. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. Come a long way. This phrase is used in two different ways. The first meaning is to travel a far distance. She's come a long way from Tokyo to attend this conference in London. In this sentence, the phrase shows that she has traveled a long distance from Tokyo all the way to London. So this person literally moves from one place to another. It's a physical journey. However, this literal use isn't very common. Instead, people would usually say something like, you came all the way from Tokyo, or that's quite a trip, or maybe you must have traveled a long way to get here. The other meaning of come a long way, and the one most commonly used, is to make big progress or improvement over time. For example, you've come a long way since your first IELTS test. In this sentence, the phrase means that someone has developed or improved a lot compared to where they started. Let's give another example. Technology has come a long way in the past few decades. In this sentence, the phrase means that technology has developed and improved a lot over time. Unfamiliar. The word unfamiliar is used to describe something you don't know, don't recognize, or aren't used to. This land feels unfamiliar, yet peaceful. In this sentence, unfamiliar means that the place feels new or strange, something not known before. We can add a few more examples. Her name was unfamiliar to me, so it didn't sound like anything I'd heard before. Another one, younger generations are often unfamiliar with many old traditions, meaning they don't really know or understand the customs that used to be common in the past. Let's move on to another word, which is yet. Yet is a small word, but it has a few important meanings. Sometimes it's used to show contrast. This land feels unfamiliar, yet peaceful. It means that even though the place feels new or strange, it still gives a calm and comfortable feeling. So there is a contrast between how unfamiliar the place is and how peaceful it feels. Yet is also used to show that something hasn't happened so far, but could happen later. He hasn't booked his flight yet. It means that up to this moment, he still hasn't made the reservation. In other words, the action hasn't happened so far, but it probably will happen later. Another use of yet is to talk about things that are still ahead, something expected in the future. The best days are yet to come. This means the most positive or rewarding moments haven't happened, but they are on the way. In this case, yet gives a sense of hope and anticipation about what's coming next. Yet also appears in common expressions like yet again, meaning once more, usually with frustration. He missed the deadline yet again. This means he failed to finish his work on time once more, and probably not for the first time. The phrase yet again adds a feeling of irritation or disappointment because the same mistake keeps happening. Mind. It can mean to care or worry about something. For example, she doesn't mind what time they leave. That means the time doesn't matter to her, so she is not worried or bothered about it. It's also used in sentences like, don't mind me, I just need a moment to rest. Here, it means don't worry about me, and the other person can just continue with what they're doing. Mind is also used to make a polite request. For instance, would you mind turning the music down a little? This is a soft, polite way to ask someone to do something. Another use appears when asking personal or private questions. For example, where do you live? if you don't mind me asking. It sounds polite and prevents the question from sounding too direct. And finally, mind can be used to express annoyance or irritation. For example, excuse me, that's my seat, if you don't mind. It's a way of showing that someone's behavior is a bit rude or unwelcome. Thanks for watching. That's all for this part. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you in the next one.